just talking to them as the adult to say, oh, don't do it. Like back in the day, it's like, say no to drugs. Yeah. That messaging, maybe it worked back in the day, but it's a totally different era.
It didn't work, by the way.
It didn't work.
I'm going to lean in and say it didn't work.
But so the messaging has to be different, and then whom they're hearing it from.
Have you heard the saying, the opposite of addiction is connection? We at the Addiction Prevention Coalition know that there's truth in that adage. And so we are fighting addiction face to face, conversation by conversation, creating connection. Here at The Shield, our new podcast, no topic is off limits because there are no limits when it comes to substance use disorder. Welcome to The Shield. We are so excited to have with us today Lige Richardson-Shears. She is the Director of Community Engagement with Girls Inc. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So you were recommended by one of our staff, Kristen, who we were talking, and she's just like, oh, you have to have Lige on the podcast. But more importantly, we have to talk about Girls Inc.
Okay.
So, because it's a wonderful organization. So I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about how you got to Girls Inc. But so maybe let's start there. How long have you been with the organization?
I will be with Girls Inc. 3 years in January.
Okay. And have you always been in the nonprofit world?
Actually, I have. Yes. For most of my career, I've worked in treatment and inpatient, outpatient treatment, prevention with HIV. So it's been mainly treatment.
Okay. So, I think that kind of begs the question, what brought you to Girls Inc.?
The prevention side of it. I worked with somebody who also is there now previously at one of the nonprofit treatment facilities here in Birmingham, and I was working as an assessment counselor.
Sure.
So I was getting individuals into the treatment facilities, the state-funded treatment facilities, and so we were just having a conversation. It was very random, and she just said that there are some positions available, and I was at a point where I wanted a change, and I knew about Girls Inc. for years. They had a great reputation in the community, and so I said, well, I will apply. She was like, there is a position for you here, Lige, and I applied for it and went through the interview process, and here I am.
So Girls Inc. is a national organization?
It is a national organization.
Because I moved from St. Louis, and we had a Girls Inc. there.
Yes.
And we were able to work with them. So talk a little bit about what is Girls Inc. kind of nationally, and then maybe talk a little bit about what makes this Birmingham chapter, am I saying that right?
Affiliate.
Affiliate, okay. What makes the Birmingham affiliate unique and strong?
Yes, so you are correct. We are a national organization. We have affiliates all over the United States and in Canada. What makes, I would have to say, Girls Inc. of Central Alabama unique, we are able to service 5 county areas here, locally, and we are able to provide not only we have after-school programs, but then we also have school-based programs. So that's, I think, what really makes us unique, not just being able to just have them come to our center, but we are able to provide the Girls Inc. experience within school systems and in the community.
So what is Girls Inc.?
What
is it
Girls
just
Inc.?
For girls?
Girls Inc. is a agency that is promoting the whole girl. Our mission is to inspire all girls to be strong, smart, and bold. That is who Girls Inc.
Strong, smart, and bold.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Bold.
Yes. And so we want to provide that pro-girl environment, but a safe environment so that girls can be themselves. We want them to be exposed to different things. You're a girl, that doesn't mean that you can't, go into STEM. It means you can, and we want to provide those opportunities for them to see themselves in any area or any field. And so that's what I think we do and we strive to do on a daily basis.
And so it's just for girls.
So we do have some programs and some grants that are funded through the states that we are able to provide co-ed classes within the school systems. Yes.
Got it. Mm-hmm. Okay. And is it, so you've talked about STEM. Mm-hmm. Are you also doing like kind of healthy relationship things and self-confidence and all of that? And talk to me a little bit about the mental health aspect behind that.
So through our community impact department, we have your health and wellness programs. We have life skill programming. We also have Hispanic Initiative. And then we have what we call PAP, which is Preventing Adolescent Pregnancy. So through our Preventing Adolescent Pregnancy, we have Baby R, where we're able to take in these baby-censored, the babies.
No way. The ones that like cry and pee and poop and stuff?
All of that. So we're able to go into the schools and do that. But then we also, under that program, we have healthy relationships.
Love it.
So we're able to go into the schools and talk to the youth about what a healthy relationship looks like.
I would bet that's where some of your co-ed education comes
exactly,
in.
Exactly. And then also with our life skills, we are funded through the Children's Trust Fund. And so we have curriculums that talk about personal safety. We talk about bullying prevention. And then we have a program that is called PAC, and that is Positive Adolescent Choice Training. And so with that curriculum, we're able to speak about conflict resolution with our our older students. There's
so much overlap between what you all do and what APC does around prevention because, as I say, and I'm certainly not the person who coined this, but substance use is a symptom of other things going on, right? Like sexual activity is a symptom. There's a lot of suicide is a symptom. Self-harm is a symptom. But there's all the stuff going on inside. And so what I love about Girls Inc. is that you're really working on the whole girl.
Oh, most definitely.
Right? And you're helping the girl be confident, be strong, assertive, bold, as you said, around their academic success, but their personal success, their family success. I just love that. And I think it's just a valuable part of the prevention model.
Most definitely. And so when we talk about like health and wellness, we have a mental health awareness that we're able to provide. And
is that through the Department of Mental Health?
So that we have that program, but we have a Girls in curriculum that is called Friendly Peer.
Oh, and Friendly Peer. Okay.
So that's the curriculum in which we're using to promote the opioid settlement grant that we are receiving from the Department of Mental Health. So that is a mentoring program. Yes, it's a peer mentoring program, and we're very excited about it. We've gone into 2 schools, and we'll be in 2 more going into the next school semester. But we are having peers that are 8th grade girls.
Yes.
And so they go through these 15 sessions, and they're learning about the harms of drugs.
Yeah.
And they learn about peer pressure. And they're learning about how they can talk to their peers on how not to use, and what they should do and whom they should talk to.
And so it's 8th graders that you're training.
8th graders that we're training, yes. And then they go and talk to their other 8th graders, and then you have 6th and 7th graders.
That's amazing.
Yes. And so we just had the Red Ribbon Week, which was last week, and we were at Fairfield, the city, C.J. Donald.
Yes.
And Minor Middle School is where we've been. And this has been awesome. They put the program together for Red Ribbon Week. They had different activities for their peers. So, and with that program, we are building leaders.
Correct. I was just gonna.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Like you're building the next generation of leaders.
Yes. Yes.
And we know, right, that like as cool as we think we are,
yeah.
we're not that cool.
We're not that cool.
Right. And so as much as like we want to be able to connect with 8th graders, let's face it, 8th graders are much more likely to connect with each other.
That is
right.
it.
So if we can train a group of motivated young people to go in and train their peers, like science tells us that they remember up to like 30% more than if it were you or me. As great as we are, no matter how many letters are behind our name, we're just like not 8th graders.
Yes. That is it.
And by the way, you couldn't pay me to be an 8th grader. No, no way. No. Would you want to go back to 8th grade?
No.
No way. No, thank you.
No, but that's the piece, Nicole, is that we wanted the peers to tell us, how do we get the message to your peers? How is it? So, they want to do a TikTok and, those different types of things that the youth will receive the information because, just talking to them as the adult to say, oh, don't do it. Like back in the day, it's like, say no to drugs.
Yeah.
That messaging, maybe it worked back in the day, but it's a totally different era.
Didn't. It didn't
work.
By the way,
it didn't work.
I'm going to lean in and say it didn't work.
But so the messaging has to be different, and then whom they're hearing it from.
Correct.
Also, so we really have been intentional about the peers, and they're persuaders. So they are persuaders. That's the name, persuaders. And then the peer me's are their peers, which is the 6th and 7th graders.
I love that. But then they're also having fun too, right?
Most definitely.
Like every time I talk to Kristen, y'all are eating cupcakes and you're doing fun stuff.
Yes.
You were in a parade this weekend for the classic.
Yes.
It's like, and so that's another thing too, right? Is like you're teaching, but you're also building community and connection.
Oh yes, most definitely.
So what is your job as community engagement? And I ask this because at my former organization, we created a community engagement director level position, quite frankly, after everything that happened in 2020. And my former organization realized that we weren't doing as great of a job as we could have been reaching out into certain communities. And we needed a person full time to really make sure that we were connecting with all communities, including Black and Brown communities, LGBTQ communities. And so that was her job, being in community, making those connections and pushing relationships forward. So is that your job?
So my job, I'm the director of community engagement, and I oversee the school-based programming and like the community-based programming. So pretty much everything that's outside of the center. I do a lot of networking. We go to health fairs and parent universities. Anything that the schools are having. In meetings with school systems to talk about the programs so that we can bring them to their schools or school systems and things like that. So that's what I do. I'm always at work. They're like, well, Lige, she's there. Even when I'm out on a person, I'm always trying to make the connections so that when we have opportunities for judges or CEOs to come and speak to our girls. We always want to get either our girls in front of them or them in front of our girls so that they can be exposed to women doing different things. And so that is what I'm doing. I'm always saying, you do that? Okay, well, we need to connect so that you can come and talk to the girls at Girls Inc. So.
What are the demographics of your girls? Like, what are their ages? Like, where?
So we service girls from 6 to 18.
Whoa.
And we have a program which is called Project Accelerate that also follows them after they have graduated high school, went into college, all the way up into their careers. Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And do the girls that you serve, do they fit with any sort of like demographic? Like are they mostly English speaking? Are they mostly white? Like does it vary?
So it varies. It varies because we are in 5 counties. It varies, based on the
Yeah,
county
so you have
and the
rural
school of
kiddos. You have
yes. We have the urban. Yes, it varies. And then we have a program that is specifically for Hispanics. So we have a Hispanic initiative, and we're able to provide a lot of our programs in Spanish.
I think that that's kind of the next frontier for us at APC. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was not aware of just how many Spanish speaking folks are here
Mm-hmm.
in the Birmingham metro. And, the services there are lots of services specific for those, that population, but we've been having talks at APC that we could be doing a better job. So I think that's the next frontier for us. Has that always been a program for you, or is that new?
I would say our Hispanic initiative specialist is Alejandra Alcampo. She's been with Girls Inc. for 17 years.
Oh,
yes. So she is very connected to the Hispanic community, and we are very appreciative of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like we had a summer camp, which in Shelby County, I'd have to say half of the girls that attended were Hispanic.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been talking internally about how to focus on that population a little bit more. Are you always looking for mentors?
Almost definitely.
I know,
We're
like if
always
people
looking
are
for
listening to this and
mentors.
they're like, how do I get involved? Tell me more.
Yes, we're always looking for mentors and volunteers.
Okay.
You can go to our website. Our volunteer manager is her name is Mary Nix. So you can contact her, and she can get you all of that information if you'd like to mentor or volunteer.
Awesome. And talk about the Giving Tree.
Yes, so that is where we're able to give during the holiday season, and there is information that you can also get on our website about being able to donate and give for that. It's something that we do every year.
Do girls who participate in your program have to meet certain income guidelines, or is it really for anybody?
It's for anybody. Yeah, it is for anybody. We welcome anyone. Yes.
Do you partner with Girl Scouts and Big Brothers Big Sisters on certain things? I mean, I know you all are very different, and so there's probably unique things that each of you do.
Yeah, we have some collaborations that we do with other agencies. Yes.
Yeah. Why are girls so important to you?
Why are girls? I'm a girl. And I hear from a lot of women and that say, I wish I had a Girls Inc. when I wish I had have been able to be in Girls Inc. when I was a young girl. And it is important to me that I can be able to pour into a young person. I think that if we are able to do it on, say, the front end, there will be a lot of things that we won't have to go back and do. I worked in treatment for so long, and I saw that we were teaching life skills to adults, and it's to go back and have to teach those things where we could have done this while they were young, and maybe we wouldn't be here. Where they had all of these different trials and tribulations of life. So that for me is my why.
Yeah.
I want to be able to pour into, and then to pour into my staff so they can go out and pour into young girls.
Right. I mean, you're speaking my love language, because I think prevention is cool. I think prevention is the way forward. It's cheaper. It just takes a little bit longer to see the return on investment. But, I have 2 nieces who are just like the bee's knees as far as I'm concerned. And they're so assertive and so like stubbornly confident, and it's amazing. And I will say that, you know, I was not like that growing up. And then I had the privilege of going to an all-girls high school. And it was honestly probably like the single best thing that I could have ever done to really take all of the other stuff away and get poured into by people who wanted me to succeed as a human and also as an intelligent, confident girl. And I think that I, too, wish I would have had a Girls Inc. when I was 6, because now looking at some of the opportunities my nieces have, I'm like, wow, how are you 13 and that self-assured?
Yes.
You know, or how are you 11 and you know exactly that you want to be an astronaut and have known that since you were 3?
Yes.
Like, how do you know that? I don't know. It's amazing.
Yes, it's just the confidence that you see in them. We have a Bold Future Breakfast, one of our fundraisers.
Bold Futures Breakfast.
Yes.
Okay.
And this past year, I mean, the girls that spoke in front of over 500 people to be able to, you know, show the confidence that they had. It was just unbelievable. I mean, it really unbelievable. I mean, we were in tears seeing those girls just get up in front of all of these people and speak and sing and do their talents. I was just in awe because I was like, wow, did I have confidence like that at that age, you know?
I would imagine that inspires you.
Oh, most definitely. It does, because you want to continue to pour into and to be able to provide opportunities for those young girls.
And to show up put together and confident, and also show them that it's okay to be vulnerable sometimes, right?
Yes.
But so to me, I feel like I'd have a little pep in my step every day if I got to be around like really strong young girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
It puts a smile on your face when you see, like, I just remember really my first summer working at Girls Inc. And we had a young girl that was really, really shy. And we did a field trip to the McWane Center. And I saw her light up. She loved science. She wasn't a talker before, but oh my goodness, we got her in the McWane Center. She was talking to everybody, explaining different things to us. And I said, this is it right here. To be able to expose them to something and see the light come on. And you never know what it might be. And then also it's like you don't know who's in the room. I always say that. I don't know who's in the room, meaning that one of these girls could be running for president. One of these girls could be the next CEO or this scientist that discovers a cure for cancer.
Or your doctor when you're older.
Yes.
Or taking care of you when you're in a nursing home someday or whatever. Yeah. You don't know.
You don't know. You don't.
The work that Girls Inc. does to promote mental health of all kids, but especially young girls, is really inspiring. It's part of what is making this community great.
Yes. We are intentional about social and emotional learning. And so we have incorporated that into all of our programs, whether it is the school-based programming and in our center-based programs and our teen programs. So we have a great staff, great leadership. Connie Hill, our executive director, Latrice Little Jackson is our COO, and then my other colleague, Jessica, who is the director of the program operations. And then we have our director, Meredith.
So strong women leading an organization for strong girls.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for allowing me.
You were like born for this job, by the way. You were born for this job.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. If you liked what you heard, and I know that you did, please consider rating, reviewing, and subscribing to The Shield. Thank you, Lige. Thank you.